Welcome back. In less than a month, an integral part of the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is going to shut down. The Trump administration says it's getting rid of services specifically for LGBTQ youth who call 988. Jennifer Hoff has more on the reasons why and what happens next.
Nearly 3 years ago, what was the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline made a big shift, implementing 988 instead to make it easier for people to contact. A demand doctors say keeps growing.
I think dialogue's very different than it used to be. And I think we're doing a much better job of honoring crises, honoring mental well-being.
Dr. Josh Stein is a longtime psychiatrist working with children as young as 5, advocating for more supports as the Trump administration dismantles one of them.
I was strikingly saddened by it.
The Department of Health and Human Services budget eliminating 988 funding for specific LGBTQ counseling come July 17th. The Office of Management and Budget writing in part it wouldn't grant funding to a chat service where children are encouraged to embrace radical gender ideology by counselors. This, as statistics show, LGBTQ youth are 4 times more likely to contemplate suicide.
That has real value for them to reach out and connect with somebody that can hear them and see them and understand the unique process that they're going through. It's very challenging when the politics can start to get in the way of best treatment and best practices.
Data shows this service has already helped 1.3 million people, a now sunsetting specialized resource as Stein keeps working to help people heal and bring them together.
There's a lot of vilification of the other right now, but when most people sit down in a room together, there's a lot more they share in common, and my goal would be to get people back to that.
Jennifer Hoff reporting there. Let's go back to the Hortmans for a second. When Sophie and Colin Hortman released a statement about their murdered parents, they added a few requests. Our Jana Shorto thought that they were so beautiful that they posted them on Facebook, and hundreds of you said you would fulfill them. The requests were simple and grounded in kindness and empathy, and so were your responses. Here's Sammy Selena.
Think of an emotion and embrace our souls.
Okay, so this
as a bracelet for it.
What she's really good at, I'm learning, and what I'm really good at, I just tell her I got it.
Emily Bauer and Jane Anderson co-own the Minnesota Bracelet Company that's in chaos.
Just a little.
The good kind of chaos. That came from finding a way to cope with their grief of the assassination of Melissa Hortman, her husband, Mark, and their dog, Gilbert.
Was trying to process my own feelings.
So they made special bracelets to honor the family and decided half of all jewelry sales through the weekend will go toward helping Paws, the animal nonprofit that put Gilbert into the couple's lives for service dog training.
We got 111 orders between 3:30 and midnight. It's the only thing that's helping us feel better.
It's clear Emily and Jane weren't the only Minnesotans looking for that. Melissa and Mark's kids, Sophie and Colin, asked for those who would like to honor the memory of their parents to consider the following. Plant a tree, visit a park, a bike trail, pet a dog, golden retriever is ideal, tell a cheesy dad joke, bake something, try something new, or stand up for what you believe in.
Truman, come here.
When Vera Mariner saw Jana's post about their list, she immediately hugged her golden.
They're gone. You just have to get up and start making sense of it in a proactive way. And that's by doing it.
We'll see how long she wants to be in my lap.
Dog owners were touched across the state, including Clara Severson.
Who is that? This is Minnow Gilbert.
Her dog, now a namesake.
You know, I work in the DFL politics space, and she was just everywhere for years. And I don't think it's still quite processed that we now talk about her in the former.
And so many Minnesotans took Sophie and Colin's lead. Martha called us to tell us she baked.
I think it's worthwhile doing because they should be remembered. I baked shortcake for strawberry shortcake.
Jan said she would plant a birch tree. Mark dropped a dad joke. Beth said she would stand up for peace and justice. Everyone coping in their own way.
Thank you, Sammy Selena, for that. Over the past several days, we've talked a lot about Representative Melissa Hortman's impact in the state legislature. But today, we're learning she also had a hand in what's just outside the Capitol. And all of it is tied to one of Melissa's biggest passions. Danny Spiewak joins us to explain this living legacy.
The state capitol is a place where friendships bloom.
I got to know Melissa. I was first elected in 2018.
Representative Brad Tabke clicked with Hortman over their mutual love of landscaping.
Sharing pictures with what's blooming in our yards at the time and what we planted. And
Hortman sent Tabke photos of her lilac tree, and Tabke returned the favor.
the most recent thing that I had sent her a picture about was we put a frog pond in our backyard and for my kids. And so she was very excited about the frog pond. And
They also worked on environmental issues at the legislature.
a lot on making sure to share that love of trees and nature throughout the state, and committed to helping to make that happen.
That includes a spending bill in 2023 that funded a Capitol Mall redesign project and 180 new trees around the Capitol complex. A few dozen of those trees have already been planted, thanks to Hortman's guidance.
Everything that is through here that we can see off to my right, your left, those are all Melissa's trees. Those are all ones that she advocated for and worked really hard to get funding for in our 2023 bill.
Tabke said Hortman's goal was to have the Capitol Mall covered with trees for generations.
There's an old adage that the best time to plant a tree was 50 years ago, and the second best time is today. And so this is what she is doing for all of us.
A 2023 environment bill that Hortman helped pass also included millions of dollars for new trees across Minnesota.
We will plant millions and millions of trees across the state of Minnesota in her name and in her honor, and make sure that we're doing it right.
Danny Spiewak reporting there. Stick with us. We got more news. We got more weather coming up after the break.